I'd like everyone to think back to the summer nights when they're around 10 or 11. For me, and probably some of you, it involved riding a bike, exploring the neighborhood, playing some type of sport, or especially grinding Easter eggs on Black Ops 2 zombies. What might have differed from my experience to yours is that at the end of the night, I would ask my friends what they were doing the next day. They would normally tell me they were going fishing or going to the batting cages with their dad. This made me extremely jealous because my father was not around at that age. Today I'm going to talk about this unchosen positionality, not having a father around, and one of my chosen positionalities of being a physics major, and how they both affected me. First, I will talk about how I grew up without a father around, and then I will talk about being a physics major. As I mentioned, I grew up without a father around because my parents split when I was younger. This made it extremely difficult to grow into a man since I had to learn how to shave and use tools and learn other values on my own that a father would normally teach his son. It also made my mom extremely busy with work and trying to take care of both me and my sister so she could provide for us. I became very independent because of this, and my communication became very direct, or I just wouldn't communicate at all. For example, when I needed a poster or materials for a project, I wouldn't even bother asking my mom. I would either find it on my own or just not do the project at all. This also applied to other situations, meaning if I could figure something out on my own, I would, just not to waste her time. I would consider this a marginalized positionality since a majority of people likely grow up with their fathers around, and it hampered me in the ways that I described, and it's also made me hesitant or resistive to speak about my family life when others are speaking about theirs. This leads me to my chosen positionality of being a physics major. Because of the workload, I find myself in the library quite often. Imagine the days or nights before midterms or finals when you might spend more time in the library than you usually would. Say you stay till 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. to study for your finals. I normally find myself doing this on a daily basis to keep up with the workload. In combination with being an athlete and the fact that the physics department has labs that go along with the classes, I rarely have any free time to myself. This has made my decision making extremely difficult due to having to choose between doing work and classwork or doing things I might find more enjoyable, like spending time with friends, teammates, or just doing anything around campus or town. I also have less time on the weekend to relax because I normally have to catch up on labs or homeworks that I might have missed out from for being too overloaded. It's forced me to switch my worldview that I don't need free time to that I do need free time, because especially last year when I was taking 2 physics classes a semester, I had zero free time and it really weighed on my mental health, and just the stress was not good for me. So I've learned that having that spare free time allows me to be more efficient in my classwork and other things that I'm involved in. I would say this is a marginalized positionality compared to other colleges, but I would say it might be considered dominant at Wabash since a lot of the majors here have pretty rigorous coursework, and compared to friends that I have at other schools, they seem to not have as much homework or always have free time to do whatever they want, where I find myself quite the opposite. In this speech, I discussed my positionalities of growing up in a single parent household and also being a physics major. I hope you listen to how these have affected my communication, decision making, and worldview, and reflect on how everyone is unique in the positionalities they hold and how they might react to the positionalities that they have. Thank you.